Oh, there's so much to talk about, so let's get on with it. Here's Rylan with Big Brother's bit on the psych, with strong language from the start, adult themes and flashing images.
The first Big Brother's bit on the psych of the series, yes!
This is the most comprehensive, intelligent and in-depth psychoanalytical TV show on Channel 5.
Yeah. After 9 p.m.
On a Saturday.
Yeah. Now, before we jump into tonight's show, we need to welcome someone very special, because these Saturday night soirees may have led you to believe that it's just... me and Ian who've been having a little bit of a thing going on, but...
Yeah, the big fellas, the big fellas!
No, hold up, because I can tell you that there's a lady who's been gagging for a threesome every weekend since she's left the house in January.
And with an offer like that, we simply couldn't turn her down. Making up our menage a trois, it's BB Bot's newest edition, it's Louisa Zisman!
Wow! Oh, look at this, we're all in blue!
We're the blue gang, guys! We're the blue... We didn't even discuss this! We're the blue gang!
We could be... You have settled right into the Bots family. Are you loving it?
I'm loving it. I'm feeling very comfortable. I've had a nice, warm welcome. Not from Ian, though.
Serious question. This is the psych show. What psychological qualifications are you bringing to this?
I do have a degree in psychology. You know that, right?
Oh, fair play. Well, then you're in. That's a better answer, I thought.
I'm very qualified.
What is the human brain?
A brain.
She's right. She's right. It's a brain.
She's qualified.
It's a brain.
Well, listen, as you know, as ever, there are loads of big personalities in the house this year. Ian, who's caught your attention?
Now, listen, and I've been told I'm not allowed to mention this, but sod it, I'm going to mention it once.
God.
No, I'm going to mention it once.
Stop right now.
Stephen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, he's my favourite. I don't want to go into... People say, he looks like you, and I don't want to discuss why he may look like me.
I think he's like yours and Argie's love child.
Yeah. He's like a...
I do.
He's like a moon-faced version of me. And,
Stephen's handsome. More attractive than you are.
Sod off, is he? Look at this. Look at this.
Look at that. No, he's much hotter.
He's got HD eyebrows, I'll give him that. It has been one of the most ambitious Big Brother launches ever. Louisa, what did you make of the 6 that entered last night?
I quite like them, actually. Obviously, Ash, great eye candy. We like looking at him, but I have met him and he's a little bit boring.
Really?
Yeah, and I had to tell him, I had to say, you're so beautiful, but your personality really lets you down. But maybe, as the series goes on, we'll see more of him and he'll come into his own. And Ashley's really cute, isn't she?
Yeah,
she's just like a cute bundle of fun.
She's cute and not annoying in the slightest. You're absolutely right.
Toya, I'm not sure about Toya. I'm on the fence with Toya.
Rylan, does everyone on the first couple of nights, do you think they always try and act so annoying?
I don't think they try and act annoying. I just think it's that... I mean, Louisa knows, that first night, it's really hard because you feel like, oh, God, I've got to impress these people. I'm practically, like, sleeping next to these people. Do you know what I mean?
And everyone's trying to be the big one to get the attention, and you really have to make your mark that first night.
Did you find when you went in that you had to sort of grit your teeth quite a lot on launch night? Because, you know, some people are really going for it and you think, well, I'm not going to pipe up this yet.
I think sometimes you have to just sit back and observe a little bit, and it's a bit like, I want to say something but won't. But then that filter soon goes out the window.
24 hours
Yeah,
later.
24 hours and you're like, I'm just saying it as it is now.
Makeup's off, the dressing gowns are on and no one gives a you know what. Right, listen, let's talk favourite moments. I love a favourite moment. Louisa, what was yours?
This really cringy moment where Steve is trying to chat up Kimberly. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Like for me, I love to travel. And
Touche. How many countries have you been to?
Oh, I can't even count.
Off the top of your head.
I don't know, 10?
You've been to 10 countries?
I would imagine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been to more than that.
How many?
Guess.
20? More? 40?
More.
50?
More.
60?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
119.
Oh, wow. Well done. You really like travel.
Love it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow, well done, you really have.
That's really impressed her.
I hate people who play the guessing game. Go on, have a guess. Go on, just tell me the answer, you prick.
But the thing is
that impressed. She wasn't impressed.
You could just tell with Kimberly, she did not care at all. She's like,
oh, she's like, great, good for you.
What's been your favourite moment so far?
Well, I've actually done a little compilation Yes. And it is the wonder that is Jazzy P. Just dancing in general. Take a look.
we love that.
It's always nice to see a lady wearing an ironic T-shirt, isn't it? There is your winner, though. 2 days in.
Early predictions.
I am putting my money on her. I like her a lot.
I don't think... Not after tonight's show.
I think she's good.
Oh, what about you?
Does the phrase "doing a Winston" mean anything to you?
Not... is it what I think it is?
Have a look at this.
I need the Basically, at the time, I was a virgin. My mate had seen a bird, and she came around his house, and she brought a friend, and he ran out. I was like, "Come round because she likes you. Play your cards right tonight, and you can lose your virginity tonight." I was like, "Serious?" Like, yes. I was like 16. So I just started banging back the drinks and that, and got into the spare room, and I was like, "Bah!"
Just puked all over
Can I
her
say,
vagina.
what did she actually say? That's absolutely vile. You threw up on a girl's vagina. That must have been absolutely traumatising for the
When a
poor
man
girl.
pukes on a woman's vagina, it's called pulling a Winston.
Yeah.
It's awful!
Fun times. And the ironic thing is, it's the first thing I did when I met you, Louisa, and I'm so sorry for that, my darling. I'm so sorry for that.
It's only show one. It's only show one of Psych. But listen, we were talking about lookalikes earlier, and I've actually changed my mind on my favourite clip as we've been on air.
Yeah.
Something else that I noticed, it's not actually been on the main show, but we've got an exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
Have a look at this.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people have said that I have a very strong resemblance to Ian Lee or Paul Danan. Quite frankly, I don't know who the fuck either of them are.
Ian Lee, any comment?
My son is dead. Stephen, not my son. Stephen, I have no idea who Paul Danan is either, so don't worry about that. Why did you show that, for fuck's sake?
Because we love you.
So, only another 99,060 minutes until the final. Is there a clear front runner at the moment? I've told you who I think's
You think it's Jazzy P?
I think Jazzy P. Louisa, anyone you got your eye on?
I really like Steve. So I'd like Steve, but I think Winston is one to watch. He's just like a general, nice guy.
Yeah.
Good looking,
Cheeky,
bit
chappy.
cheeky chappy, isn't he? Yeah.
Do you mean, I think it is too early to call, but after seeing Toya go in last night...
No, I don't like
Let
her.
me... No, wait. I think... Hold up. I think that potentially she could be the one that maybe you might not like her to live with her, but the viewers might be like, go on, girl. Give them hell. Do you know what I mean? Because she ain't frightened to speak her mind.
Well, if she gives them hell, she won't win.
Well, I don't know.
No, I'm not. She has to prove herself to me, that one.
Who do we think might be first out?
Hopefully it will be Danielle.
Really? Do you reckon?
I find her a little bit irritating.
Really?
Yeah, and the crying.
Oh no, we were genuinely having a row in the green room about Danielle. I like Danielle, and I think that you two. I think you're giving her a hard rap. I think she is a naive, innocent, holy waif.
Such a load
She's
of
a holy
bull.
waif that has been dumped into a world that she doesn't understand. She's confronted with all this talk about winkles and woo-woos, and it's making her a little bit.
I'm telling you, Danielle knows what a winkle is, for sure.
I'm sure she knows what a winkle is, but
she's seen winkles, whatever she says.
No,
I can't justify. I can't back that up with any evidence, but I'm pretty sure she has.
I just think that she is completely different from everybody in there because of her religious beliefs, whatever. And they may be old-fashioned, they may be outdated, but that's what she believes in, and you sort of have to respect that. And I just feel really sorry for her. I feel she's lonely, she's upset. She's the most different from the rest of the group.
I think her games are working on Ian Lee.
She's not got a game.
Her little mind game.
Well, listen.
You've brought right into
Rubbish.
It's only day 3, so chill out, girls. All right, we've got a long way to go yet. But listen, join us after the break, where this threesome will be getting a whole lot bigger.
We're talking Marlo, we're talking James, we're talking Morris, all here for some hardcore brain fondling. Get in there, see you in a bit.
Brain fondling. to Big Brother's bit on the site. Now, I want to know, Ian, what do you make of our new set?
Do you know what, Ryan? I like the new set, but as always, there is room for improvement.
Really? What could we do?
You just think they were splashing a few quid out on the set. With all the money that's been sent, the producers could have revamped the psych panel too. Oh, but no, they couldn't be bothered to do that. Another summer wasted listening to those three crones yakking away about complete and utter...
Ian,
they can hear me, can't they?
Ian, listen.
They can hear me, can't they?
Look, Listen, that is no way. I mean, have a look. They're not happy. There's no way to talk about our guests.
No, that's rude.
There's no way to talk about our guests. And plus, for the show's benefit, they're really cheap as well. So everyone, please give a warm welcome to the goddesses that are performance coach Kate Marlowe, psychologist Rachel Morris, and body language expert Dame Judy Jones. They are back. How rude. That is just rudeness. Lovely to have
Not
you.
happy.
I like your hair.
Revenge will be taken.
You better like
Now, on with the show, quickly before I get my balls cut off. Let's talk about this year's theme, Power Trip. Now, we obviously had Secrets and Lies last summer. Rachel, what do you think? Do you think the series is going to live up to its title this year?
Well, I think Big Brother's certainly having a good go at that. If he carries on the way he's doing, then he's going to mess up with their idea of power. The thing is about power is the need for power is directly proportionate to the amount of insecurity that we carry. So the more power you need, the more insecure you are. So the most powerful people that we see up there at the moment are invariably the most insecure. So Big Brother's really going to mess with that.
Well, one thing that we have seen, I mean, you guys at home definitely know, Big Brother is certainly not messing about this time. They've introduced a killer nomination, £5,000 cash prize, a fast pass to the final. Judy, what sort of impact is all these twists going to have on the house? It's so early on.
Yeah, I don't think they've quite got it yet, and I think what they haven't realised is that Big Brother this year has changed in its absolute core, and it's not about ingratiation and being the nicest person in there and being popular, it's about winning the power. And I think once they cotton onto that, and they will with all these different... I mean, I'm sure there's many more twists to come. I think we're going to see a completely different group, and it will be more like Hunger Games. They'll be there as individuals, and they'll see everybody else in there as an enemy. And I think that's going to be really, really exciting when they get there.
Can't wait.
Helen's pass through to the final, Kate. How do you think she should play it now?
It's a tricky one, and I think there are two choices, and it's like whether she plays the hard or the soft option, or a bit of both. So she plays it hard, and stands with northern grit and just sees it through. She's already gobbing off quite a bit that we've seen. Or she starts ingratiating herself and wanting to be liked. But it is quite a burden, you know, having the responsibility of this ticket through. I think she's already clocked it. I suspect Helen, just knowing that kind of character from that part of the country, you know, she's from Bolton, she's no nonsense, she's no messing about. So I suspect that Helen's grit and knowing how things can be. She says it as it is.
She won't be able to bite her tongue, will she?
No.
If she's thinking it will come out.
She doesn't need to now, does she? I'll be like that to everyone.
Yeah, but then the thing is, the public could go off her.
All the time.
The public then go off her, and when she does get up for eviction right at the end, she's out.
But listen, let's talk about the most
the
powerful housemate at the moment, is Pauline. Rachel, if the power trip wasn't there, would she still be in control in there, do you think?
I don't think she'd be in control, but I think she's older, so she's kind of, you know, she's more composed, she's got some experience of life. You know, she's going to be able to hold the kind of maternal role. But I think the main thing with Pauline is that...
I'm so sorry, my nose is running. I am in a state, if we can get a tissue, it would be amazing.
Do you want to use my hanky?
Oh, Ian's give me a hanky.
Yeah. I don't use it for my nose.
Can I just say, this is not... Where has this been yet? Oh, I can smell it now. And
it's my intimate handkerchief.
No, you're not having it back. It's disgusting. Judy, who else do you think is a candidate for the most powerful in there?
Most powerful? I think Helen. I mean, Helen is the most powerful in there. She's been displaying all the alpha signals. She's been pit-bearing. She had her hands on her hips. She's been doing critical parent. Do you remember when she was telling them off about the toilet? I mean, she was well in there, wasn't she? She was the first one to take that role. And I think she's going to run with it now. I think she's going to be really unpopular. I think she's going to be deeply
in the past 24 hours since she has got these fast passes.
And I think she'll get worse.
The position of authority, Kate, does it suit Pauline, do you think?
I think with great power, you know, the saying goes, comes great responsibility. And I think for Pauline, as the time's going on, the responsibility of this power, it is too much.
Well, when she burst into tears when she gave the pass.
It's becoming emotional.
Yeah, it was
response.
genuine emotion as well, wasn't it?
And then she's got another big decision looming. And then when she came out and was telling everybody else, she ran around and told everybody about the other 6 and what they said in their VT. Yeah. And this is just like, I can't bear this responsibility. It's like getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of it.
Power corrupts and absolute power.
Well, listen.
Absolute, what is that phrase?
Power, absolute power.
An absolute power.
It's something about absolute knowledge, Big Brother. Not Annie Lennox though, no more. No, you don't look like. She don't look like Annie Lennox no more, does she? Look, she's got a makeover.
Hey, listen, somebody who should know all about the power is Jazzy P's son Joel, who's on the line right now. Hi, Joel.
Hi, Joel.
Hi.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Joel, listen, are you pleased with how your mum's doing so far?
Yeah, I'm happy with how she's been.
Great.
we spoke to Joel earlier on and we said, what's it like watching your mum on the telly? He said, oh yeah, it's good. The thing is, I've got no one to cook my tea for me anymore.
Fuming. Do you think this...
You'd always walk home, dinner be ready, always.
You're going hungry, maybe for 12... I think your mum's in with a strong chance of getting through to the final. This power, do you think it could go to her head or do you think she'll be able to handle it?
I don't think it'll go to her head. I don't think she'll use it too much rather than anything.
Well, Big Brother obviously has told her, you're fully aware that she's got 2 massive decisions to make this weekend. Do you think that's going to lead to her having a bit of emotional turmoil this weekend, or do you think she'll be all right with it?
I'm not. It depends on how she gets along with everyone, really, because if there's someone that she just finds to not like over the next couple of days, then she probably won't be as bothered.
Cool. Joel, give it up for Joel for calling in.
Someone send that guy a pizza! Send him a curry or something!
Send him like a food parcel or something.
Let's send him a curry or something. He's going to be starving. Now, with power comes rebellion. Louisa, do you think that anyone in there is going to lead a revolt? Do you think that's a possibility?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I love a bit of rebellion.
Who do you think it could be the sort of rebel leader?
I'd like to see Jale.
Yeah?
Form of, I think she could as well. I think she's the... second oldest female, I think, and she's quite ballsy. I quite like Jale, actually. And I think that she could get a few people on side and lead a bit of a revolt. I'd like to see that.
Okay, you think Jale's the Che Guevara of the house, the kind of revolutionary leader?
She loves the revolution, does Jale. What about you, Judy? What do you think?
I think actually Matthew, because he looks a bit like Mr. Burns out of The Simpsons. He was sailing away. And
that is quite...
That is really good.
He was plotting like crazy. I think he's probably got the brain to do it as well.
Well, he looked like he did, didn't he? When he was in the box, you know.
He was mad when he said, watch your back.
Yeah, I find it really strange on night 1 to already be cracking up and talking to the camera.
Yes.
I think he's playing to the camera.
Do you think he is? Do you think it's cracking up or do you think he's playing to it?
No, I think he's playing to it, and I think he's a massive ball of insecurity. Like, we saw him give it the big I am in his VT, and then he came out and was like, with Emma, and now I think he's... something about him that he's so awkward.
That makes them vicious opponents. That's where the rebellion, they get really
But I think he's going to be easily stamped down by the other housemates.
Rachel,
and I think he'll quiver.
Do you agree with what Louisa says?
Yeah, I do think so. I think it's what I was saying before about, insecurity being directly in proportionate to the need for power. He came on and said, I am really powerful. I don't even care. Anything that anybody tells you about who they are is generally a reflection of their ambition. It's who they wish they were. So if you want to know who somebody is, listen to what they tell you and know that that's a cover. It's like an overall they're wearing, and who they really are is exactly the opposite.
Strong bit of chat from the panel.
Strong chat.
Well, listen, it is time now to take a look at what is going on in the house, and from the looks of it, I think Jazzy P's a bit pissed.
Some people only did my mask.
I still want it thicker. Still want it thicker.
Oh yeah, I like a nice creamy sauce in it.
Do you want a brew, Polly?
Don't drink it.
Can I tell everybody I don't drink tea or coffee? I've been asked about 500 times a day.
Do I want one?
Does anyone else want one?
Don't drink them.
No. Thank you. How many sugars do you want? Sorry, Malum.
Yeah, you would spend the next 3 months going, so do you want a cup? I don't drink tea! Stop asking me about tea! All right. Do you want a cup of tea? You do that forever, wouldn't you? Loads more to talk about tonight. The original 10 have now been in there for 48 hours. Rachel, what state of mind do you think they'll be in after 48 hours?
Well, I think they've probably been taken by surprise. These are people who've been brought up on Big Brother. They've watched Big Brother all their lives. They thought they knew what they had to do. They had a plan, and Big Brother has completely scuppered them by throwing them something that, you know, they're on the back foot now. It's kind of hard to maintain your focus on your game plan on your back foot.
Kate, is it going to be? I mean, it's only a day. Is it going to be difficult for the 6 that go in later to adapt to the environment?
I think everyone's orientating, but there's definitely a line drawn, isn't there, between the original 10 and then the additional 6. It's just territorial and it's a survival thing, really, isn't it? If you think if there's just that much space, they've got that competition between 10 and then all of a sudden the competition increases, so let's just ignore them.
Lisa, do you think that the housemates have worked out who they can connect with and who they think they probably won't connect with?
I think they probably think that they have, but you don't know anyone after 48 hours. These people are trying to sum each other up, and actually they don't really know each other. And we don't know them either. It's not like the celeb one where we know kind of who they are, and we think we know who they are.
I was going to ask you, what was it like for you? But like you've just said, like the celebrity version, it's a lot easier to make them maybe prejudgments, informed
I'll tell you
decisions.
what is interesting in tonight's show is that they've all sniffed out the weakness of Chris. And Chris is kind of being pushed to the side on his own, all because of that line about him doing a wee-wee in the sink. We've all done a wee-wee in the sink.
Which was sarcastic.
It was having a little joke. We've all done a wee-wee in the sink. And he's just being pushed out a little bit on his own. And it's interesting to see that this kind of pack has formed, and he ain't in it.
He's not in it. Judy, talking of packs, can you see what those packs are and how they're forming?
You've got they're not going to last. They're going to be transient. But I think you've got some hilarious ones. You've got the lost lads, the Jurassic alpha males with their guns going around, you know, who do you fancy? They're like something out of Only Fools and Horses, you know, and they don't stand a chance, really, they don't stand a chance. You've got Danielle's, I call it the Virgin on the Ridiculous Club, which she's trying to get everybody to become like her and actually talk about what she wants to talk about. And then you've got actually the dangerous one, which is this kind of huge vortex of negative energy, which is, it turned on Chris, and it's all the rest of them, really, and there's no real reason for them getting together, but they're really
they've just decided to do it. And you said they're going to be trans alliance as well. So do you think that they will be flipping on each other very soon as well?
Oh, this is going to eat itself, absolutely. Yeah, and we don't all go in the sink, by the way. That is just you, Ian.
Right, no, hang on 1 second. No. Judy. Let's put it to the general public, although judging by that, I think I know it. Hands up if you've ever had a wee in the kitchen sink.
Never.
Right, me and that bloke who looks like a monkey. Okay, right, it's not the greatest.
And you go in the shower.
You've been in the shower.
No, you have. We know about the antics.
We're not even going to talk about Ian Lee's dressing room shower because
we do not.
it is vile.
It's disgusting.
Rachel, one thing Judy just picked up on was Danielle. And do you think her sort of self-isolation from the rest of the group is going to really start going against her quite soon?
No, I think it's a manipulative technique. That way she gets to be quiet and really sad and a little bit weepy, and that is going to draw the kinder people towards her. It's a really great way of weeding out the carers.
She's a victim, isn't she? She's one of life's victims.
But listen,
she can play it.
And I don't like that.
It's not an act. She's just a naive young girl.
It
She's got strong
Hold up. Let's look at this objectively. Look at what's happened all over Danielle. We've got half of the people sitting there going, she's a nice girl, she's pushing up, and we've got the other half going, she's a liar and she's playing a game.
Which half? I bet every gay man and every woman in the room can see right through her, and all the straight men are going, "Oh, little chicken." Thank you.
Which just goes to prove straight men are
stupid.
Better than
Oh my God, here we go. Listen, look, talking about isolation, Chris, as we've just said, did seem to be quite isolated in tonight's show from the rest of the housemates. Kate, what mistakes do you think that he made, obviously, on first impressions with everyone?
Okay, so when you've got two people, there's a mind balance. Okay, it takes two to tango, all of this. But Chris is offering himself up. He's doing things purposefully to invite this kind of abuse to be rejected. We'll find out later on what he gets out of that, maybe wanting people to feel sorry for him. But he has chosen to take on being a bit strange, to be a bit weird. He uses the word weird 3 times in a conversation in tonight's show. Weird, yeah, because that's what he's chosen to be.
Extremely weird.
Chosen no, but he's not really weird. No, you know, it's characters. It's what they've all chosen to play to survive. Like Daniel's playing the virginal little girl thing, but you look when she's in the diary room, she's like, oh, I can't take it. She's preening. You look, she does it. She does a preen and she pushes them out.
Can I just say, Ian has like... I'm hoping that's your leg that's moving under there. That's quite shocked me.
But Chris is in... seriously, Chris at the moment is doing things... It looks really sad, but he must stop doing that behaviour because
Kate,
it's inviting.
Is this an act from him? Do you think this is an act from him, or do you think that's him?
I think it's probably what he does to survive in different situations to be rejected. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see.
I nearly cried. I nearly
It was
cried when I
awful.
watched it.
Yeah.
It was horrible, and that was really mean. And
Yeah, but
it was
look at
like
that.
being bullied at school.
Do you not think that that's manipulative?
No, they
That
were
this is a
nasty. And
self-fulfilling
Pauline was really
prophecy?
bad because, like, knowledge is power. She's trying now. She's seen the VTs. She's got an upper hand on the other housemates. She's trying to show the other housemates she's got that power.
Louisa,
And that was bang out of order. And
It's
I don't
interesting you
like
mention that.
Pauline
She has
now.
tried to divide the group with the knowledge that she's got
She
because she's seen it.
has.
Do you think that might backfire on her at some point?
I hope it does, because I think that was really out of order, and she didn't need to tell people that. And the way that she said to people about peeing in the sink, obviously it was sarcastic. Obviously he was joking. Nobody else does it apart from you, Ian. And
that fella
to
there.
then use that, and that guy, but to then use that against this new guy coming in, it was just bullying. Like, it was just mean.
But one thing that Pauline is doing is making a lot of new friends, whether it be to do with the power or her personality. Louisa, when you're in there, how much can you rely on your friends to back you in an argument? If this was all to kick off tomorrow, how much can you rely on your friends in there?
Obviously, I win every argument I ever have.
Oh.
So I don't need any backing up. No, but I think, actually, to be honest, you can't rely on people in that house. People switch on you like that. You saw that with, like, me and Dappy, like, with, you know.
Yeah.
And I think you have to just back yourself and be... You can't rely on anyone in there. You never know who's going to switch. And especially with the power theme, it's each to their own in this house.
And at the end of the day,
And
there's
they
only
need to
one
know
winner.
that. Yeah.
Christopher said that the males are very feminised. Rachel, do you think that the women hold the power in this house at the moment?
I think they do, but I think women hold the power in most mixed environments, and that's partly because women are skilled manipulators. We are very good communicators. We understand body language in a way that men can't, and most of the time, men just want an easy life. So they will sit back and allow the women to take control.
And you've just got such wonderful boobs.
Did he really say that?
Kate, who would...
He did.
I made myself laugh. Don't that very often. Kate, who could you see going for the alpha role?
Amongst the men or the women?
Amongst all of them.
Okay. Well, I think it will just keep changing, won't it, as we go along. We'll see which way the first vote goes, which way the public decide, because I think once they start seeing who the public don't want in, then they change and shift again, don't they? So I really don't know. At the moment, though, if it was today, I've got Stephen, Kimberly and Christopher.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, we've got a bit of gossip for you now.
We've got gasp.
We've got a bit of gossip. I love a bit of gossip.
We're having a baby. I'm so proud.
And also, we can exclusively reveal that the housemates will be tested on the power of positivity next week. Now, as per with the main show, everything is still pretty hush-hush under the mark, but the task will involve the housemates being forced to remain positive throughout a series of mini challenges designed to agitate them.
It's a bit like presenting this show. The housemates will be forced to keep a smile plastered on their face as they participate in tasks, with any frowns or negative comments resulting in penalties for the group.
Yeah.
Judy, it sounds like it could be difficult for some of these. What do you make of that?
I think it will be difficult. I mean, some announce that they're quite miserable, but...
they wear it on their sleeve,
they wear
don't
it,
they?
yeah. When you change your state like that, when you force yourself to smile, it can actually make you feel happier inside. I know that sounds like Mary Poppins, but it's true. But the other thing is, I think what they'll start doing is overcongruent smiling, which will be more like a snarl. And I think it will actually look like...
Overcongruent smiling?
Overcongruent smiling. You know, when
it's like a
people...
big fake.
That's
smile.
the one. Yeah, and that's teeth baring. And I think
I'm learning.
it could look quite attacking, so they can still use it to attack one another if they want to. Or it might just cheer them up, but I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well, listen, trust me, it does get easier to master pain and the anguish because I've been doing this for 3 series now. So it does come to you. Still to come tonight, find out what happened when we left Ian and Judy James alone together in the Big Brother house. And I'm just hoping that they remembered to change the sheets. We'll see you after this. That was fine.
Those guys are nuts!
Welcome back to Bit on the Psych. Now, this is the only spin-off show that I think Danielle would actually
We
like.
have no bad language, there's no sex, and we are very careful at expressing our opinions in a gentle way.
We're really not.
You big prick, Ryland.
That last series, Ian did it with Rachel Morris
What?
in the house. Yes, he did. And now
He
it's
threw me on the bed.
I know, it's Judy James's turn to step up to the plate. So here is what happened when they entered the bungalow and maybe each other.
So, we've all seen how the new house looks, but how is it going to affect the housemates' minds? To find out, it's behavioural expert. Is it behavioural expert? Are you an expert in behaviour?
Yeah.
Judy James.
Hi.
Lovely to see you. We're in the entrance. I don't know how welcoming it is.
It's not at all welcoming. I mean, it's going to be a real shock for them. There are angles coming at you everywhere. I mean, it's very clinical, it's very Starship Enterprise. It's very left brain, so that's very much into the sort of non-creative thinking side of the brain. It has none of that warmth focus that they had before.
Judy, take my hand.
I feel like the Queen.
I feel like a queen. Right, so, colour of the lights is going to be a significant thing, isn't it, this series?
I'm going to say 2 words, physical intelligence. And what it means is they can change the lights at will. That will actually change the mood in the house. It's a little bit like a Pied Piper.
He didn't have lights.
He had rats.
And a pipe. There were no lights involved. It's literally nothing like the Pied Piper. The dining table. Can't even get my legs under it. It's a weird shape, isn't it?
It's totally intimidating. Space means power, so it's robbing us of their space.
It's like a kind of spaceship, kind
It's
of
like I'm
fluorescent
suddenly going to go
vibe.
like that and an alien's going to come out of my stomach.
Not again, Judy. Not after last time. The toilet. Oh, wow! It's a Japanese super loo. You can heat the seats. Feel that on your lovely fresh buttocks. There are no locks on the doors. I could not do a poo under those conditions. How noisy is this tap? Hang on. It's not loud enough.
No.
I couldn't poo like this. I would have to wait the whole 12, 13 weeks. The garden. Oh, I say. Now look at this bad boy. This is a proper pool. In the past, they've been a little bit kind of tiny, haven't they?
This is going to be very attractive to them, I think. I think we'll get a lot more swimwear action.
I do wish the Big Brother lot would keep their clothes on. Seriously, I'm tired of seeing, you know, hot girls' boobs and bums and muscular men and all of that stuff. Why am I not interested in that?
It does get tedious.
I'm into the psychology, Judy, of what makes them tick, not their breasticles. No one's looking, girl. In you go. Go on, quick. Chop, chop. Blimey, this is weird, isn't it? Oh, it's worth the trip. I like it up here. I think this is nice. It's the lightest part of the whole house.
It's just so powerful. You really have taken yourself away from the main house.
You can see the swimming pool from here. Hello, swimmers!
You would really feel in control if you were up here.
The bedroom. These are all double beds. Raunchy. 2 things. This bed is significantly higher than the rest.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit of a power game going on there. And also, we've got these screens in the bedroom as well. What effect do you think that's going to have on them?
Well, normally the most you wait for is the voice of Big Brother, but up here you could actually get some sort of face of Big Brother. And right over your bed, which is where you least want it, really.
I would be terrified. I'd be on this bed trying to relax myself to sleep. And then suddenly Ryland's face. The teeth. Babes! So this, I believe, is the control room. And if my sources are accurate, which they often are, housemates might get control over the whole house, go on a bit of a control trip.
See, I think this is going to give the housemates a unique objective this year, which is where normally they want to integrate. You're not listening to me.
No, good point, Judy. Well made. Shall we go somewhere else? Judy, that was the Big Brother house. Describe it for me in 2 words.
Lab rats.
Obsessed. Enjoy the series. Shall we go now before they come in? Come on, up you get. I've got a terrible
Hold
headache.
my hand. Just hold my hand on the way out.
I don't want
as
to
well.
touch you.
No, really.
Honestly,
right.
I find physical contact very uncomfortable.
Hello, babe.
It's terrifying. Make it go away, Mummy.
Do that. Judy, apart from face value, obviously we can see the physical changes. How different is the house to the previous series that you've been in?
I don't think, until you go in there, you don't get it. It's deeply uncomfortable. It doesn't want you. Everywhere you try and sit is uncomfortable, the lighting is uncomfortable, everything's really angular. And what that focuses around is a bit like Game of Thrones, because there are actually, and we picked them out, didn't we, almost 3 big throne chairs
Yeah,
in that
there
place,
are.
and I would imagine after a while you'd just want to work to get in them. The diary room chair is a huge throne. There's that one in the smoking area in the garden, and then that power chair that we saw.
The way I felt when I went in was exactly what you've just said, and I love to look at it because I really like things that are futuristic, really modern and clean, but if the walls could talk, it would be saying, get out.
Get out, yeah. It wants.
That's how I felt.
And the size thing, I mean, even when you sit to eat, you're on these really little low chairs, as though I said you felt like a Victorian orphanage or something. It was very demeaning. The whole thing was... So you would want... The first thing you'd want in there is to get some power and stop feeling
Louisa,
demeaned.
when you were in, you had the lap of luxury. Do you think you could cope in that house?
Yeah, I think it looks all right, actually. But our year probably would have liked that tiny bedroom. Lee could have just rolled from one bed to would have been all right for us, I think.
Well, that moves me on to my next question, Rachel, because the beds are so close, are we going to get a bit of sexy time?
Oh, you're kidding. I think it's so set up for the opposite. It's smelly, it's going to be sweaty, everybody's really close.
Can I just say, I went in the camera run today and it already stinks.
Do you know, and it's not even
already stinks.
Think about, your own bed. It's about, it's where you're most vulnerable. It's where you feel safe. It's the bit you crawl into at the end of a hard day. There's no safety there. There's
and then
no
there's Jarlath
space.
next to you like, hello, babe.
Great, the new diary room chair, I like it a lot, but I have issues with it. What does the chair say to you?
It says Big Brother. It's Big Brother's chair, and everything that takes place in here is in the control of Big Brother. It's very, very heavy, intimidating. It makes them sit. When they sit in it, they put their hands like this, and then they feel like that. There's this thing going on, and then they go like, and it's a very, very classic villain's chair, isn't it? It's a superpower chair. It's a James Bond chair.
It's the black leather. It's the screen.
It's very like pleasing to look at. Like it's such a stunning chair, but all it needs is two metal prongs, and you're gone. You know what I mean? That's what it reminds me of.
It is.
From the looks of it, it would appear that the housemates are finding it very comfortable. Have a look at this.
Hello, Christopher.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. This is amazing. I love your house.
Kimberly, she's obviously a Playboy girl. She seems like a bit... I don't know, she seems a bit like... She's obviously gorgeous and that, but she seems a bit like... Sort of like reserved, you know what I mean? Like reserved in a way.
Are you feeling surreal?
Yeah, ever so slightly. It's a surreal environment to be in when you watch the show. And you've watched the show forever. To find yourself sitting in the diary room with your lovely self.
Thank yous very much for this. I'm very made up. I'd like to get a pug. I've always wanted a pug, and I'm going to call it Henry. So I'm going to use this to get one, unless you take it away from me, which I think you will. I'd like to buy a pug called Henry, and I'd like to dress it in clothes and Wellington boots in the winter.
So, Christopher, what are your plans for the rest of the evening?
My plans for the rest of the evening, I'm gonna saunter on down, sachet, strap my stuff down that lovely staircase of yours, pick up my glass of champagne and go mingle.
She's a Playboy girl. She's like, first impression, and she's like, whoa. She's got like a great arse and everything, like great body in that. Counts as a rocket.
What it is, we've managed to get one of the hobs working, but we need the big hob working, and it just seems really complicated. So we wanted to know how to get all of them working, or at least two at the same time. Are we being thick?
In a word.
Yes. Probably.
He's like,
Big Brother couldn't possibly comment.
Oh, my days, you are a naughty one.
If I need a piss in the middle of the night, can I just go for a piss? Or do I need to have my sound pack on?
If you were using the toilet.
Yeah.
You can't just go straight to the toilet and then go straight back to bed.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Psych, and I don't really want to lower the tone, but to be honest, it's got a bit awkward in here at the moment because Chris's VT seems to have rubbed off on Ian Lee, and he keeps sitting in the corner of the audience calling them all bastards. And you don't want to know what he's done in the kitchen sink. Here's the news. I can smell it. At 9:55 this morning, Mark confided in the housemates that he is full of shit.
Oh, God, I haven't been to the toilet, you know. I don't want to sound rude, but I've got no intention of doing so.
Oh, no, it's fine. I did it yesterday.
I can't do it.
No, literally. I went into the back room. I was like, should I do it? I was like, just do it. Just go. Went in, turned the tap on, didn't think about it, and went.
I'll give you my impulse. You can spray it afterwards.
I've got no intention of doing it.
No.
No, you have to.
And I've needed to go since I came in.
No, you have to. You'll feel sick.
Oh, Mark, no, you have to do it. Just go do it, seriously.
And if you don't do it when you eat, it'll just pass.
You can get poisoned as well from it, can't you?
Yeah, you need to do it.
I don't know why I find that funny.
Why?
You get poisoned.
You can,
I know you can, but...
That's not... What would you do if I dropped dead now on the floor? A poisoned fucking coma.
Mark, I wouldn't be able to cope.
Oh, you'd miss me.
I would miss you.
Thanks.
You need to stick around.
Listen, don't worry, because when it happens, I will make it my duty that you're all the first to know. At 12:24, Pauline had another chance to reward some lucky housemates, and 3 guesses to who she picked.
Pauline,
yes.
As you know, you are the power housemate. Shortly, your power key will grant you entry to the power pad, an exclusive area of the house that contains luxurious things for you and a select few to enjoy. The power pad also contains the rest of your housemates' suitcases.
Oh, okay.
Which 3 housemates would you like to invite into the power pad with you?
Mark, Helen, Danielle.
Yeah, that's right, you've guessed it. It's Mark and Helen again, and you know what? They've had such a rough time in the house so far, and I think they really deserve it. Not. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, it seems Pauline's choices have aroused suspicion with some of the other housemates.
I want your opinion on this. Do you think that Pauline has picked Mark and Helen because they're her favourites, or is there some kind of twist? Because that's twice now she's rewarded them each.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, why not include some of the rest of us?
Well, I'm not sure. I thought maybe they are just her favourites.
her friends.
It might be her favourite. I don't know. I might be reading into it something which isn't there.
I don't know.
I wasn't annoyed I wasn't picked. I was just simply wondering, because like Danielle, obviously great, no problem with Danielle going up there. But the other 2, I thought, you know, one's got $5,000, the other one's got a ticket to the final. The rest of us are down here like sniffing onions, starving. And it's like, could you not give us a little treat as well?
Christopher, I hate to say it, but I don't think this is anything to do with the power trip. I just think she doesn't like you. That's it. And that's the news. But let's see what Ian's up to in the reality gallery, because I'm hoping that he's not pissing up there, or to quote Jazzy P, I will cut his cock off. What's going on, Ian?
Just finishing up there, Ryland did one on the desk as well. I can't stop. Now, lots has been happening. Winston and Tamara have been flirting in the bath for most of the afternoon. Is it flirting if you're in a bath? That's pretty much doing it, isn't it? It doesn't count as flirting. Tamara told Winston that she likes tall, blonde, muscular men. Let's hope that she doesn't mind if they're sick in her vagina. Danielle says she decided to come into the house to show the public lingerie and glamour models. They're just normal people who take money for showing their breasts and their bums.
Nice. Is that all you've got for me?
That's all I've got, to be honest. I've not been paying any attention to the show. I've been chatting.
And pissing in sinks. Give it up for Ian, everyone! Right. It's time now to get digital with the one and only Louisa. And look who's back, is Ian number 2! Yes, to the 2 we are. Loving that.
Oh my God, look at this sofa.
Look at you out of the box.
We've been promoted. This
I know, you're like part of the fam ultimately now.
I can sit here.
Babe, you can sit wherever you want with that beard. We have got 1 minute. What have we got going on?
Okay, cool. So the first official task went in today. You can catch that on the website before tomorrow's main show. So
Bigbrother.channel5.com.
Exactly. After that, we asked the public what power tripping task they would like to give the housemates. Some interesting answers, isn't there?
Yeah, some sadistic stuff going on.
Sadistic, yeah. Shane Reaction said a power-hungry task where all the food is removed from the house and whoever loses the most weight becomes the most powerful. I don't think risk assessment would pass that, to be honest with you.
Louisa, what you got?
The Hangover Club, nice plug there, says Pauline should decide who shares a bed, who shares whose bed, and they can't have the same people they share with now. But Chris might just be banished to the floor, I think.
Good bit of chat. Give him a round of applause, guys. Well, that is all we've got time for tonight, I'm afraid. A massive thank you to all of our guests tonight. Join me and Louisa on Monday at 11:35 with the return of Charlie and Jackie Travers. We'll see you then.